What's up, everybody? This is a moment with Emmai Alaquiva. I am a multimedia creative professional, someone who likes to change lives through the arts. It's changed my life since growing up, and it's something that I want to take to the grave with me at changing your life with the arts. What it felt like to win an Emmy, there's two sides of that. One side is that I was asleep and I got a call from one of my friends, Elizabeth, and she said, "Hey, congratulations, you won an Emmy. Did you know that? Da da da." I hung up on her because I thought it was a joke, and it was mad early on a Sunday. And then she called me back and said, seriously, you won an Emmy for, Tuskegee Airmen. And I said, quit playing. I mean, it's a little too early for that. And then I went online and actually, see my name that, I won for music composition and arrangement for that score. And it didn't set in, and it still hasn't set in to be recognized for some work that I've done on a soundtrack, and the hard work and dedication to be recognized by peers with an Emmy was cool. But one part of me realized that I didn't just win the Emmy, they just gave it to me because they had to give it to one person. But in actuality, so many people in my community won an Emmy. So many individuals in my life won an Emmy. They just happened to give it to me. So I am eternally grateful to be able to win awards, but I don't do it for the awards. I do it for the impact that it makes on others.
If you're not respected, you can't relax. So if you can't relax, you can't learn. And if you can't learn, you don't know anything.
Working with Dr. Maya Angelou was life-changing. When people ask me, what is, one of your proudest moments in your career? It's not, filming with Jay-Z. It's not working with Beyonce. It's not, working with Kanye or even Oprah Winfrey in South Africa at her school. It was the moment that Dr. Maya Angelou invited me to her house, to her living room, showed me a tour of her house, the awards that she won, the flowers in her garden. She showed me a Rolls Royce that Tyler Perry bought her for her 80th birthday that she never drove. That was amazing. I used Dr. Maya Angelou's restroom, for crying out loud, to wash my hands. And filming with her was so surreal. It doesn't get any bigger than Dr. Maya Angelou. Dr. Maya Angelou, she was on the level of Nelson Mandela or, Gandhi. This is what Obama, this is who Obama looks up to. This is who Oprah Winfrey looks up to, for crying out loud. And she invited me to her house. That blew me away. And when I left Dr. Maya Angelou's home, she didn't say goodbye. She didn't say see you later. She said something to me in a way that I never heard before. She said, "Be well," when I left her house. She didn't say, "Bye, Mr. Alaquiva, we'll see you, da da da." She said, "Be well." And that was just amazing. I've been through a lot in my life, and when you go through adversity and you go through things that the average person doesn't go through, you have to realize it could either break you or build you. Okay? I've been through so much to the point where I've learned how to take that energy or negative frequencies and try to turn it around to build me and to not break me. If I was a weak person, I would have been broken a long time ago. From the words, the slander, the he say, she say, the this, the that, if I didn't know how to take adversity and allow it to build character in my soul and in my spirit, I wouldn't be able to do what I do today. It's mind-boggling to me to be able to shoot with these great individuals and then come back and still volunteer, still, come support these young people and things of that nature. I realize that regardless if you love or hate me, you will respect what I do as a person and how I use my gifts to change the world. And I tell my students all the time, find what you love and change the world doing it, and that will allow you to sort of make your mark and to build your legacy. I'm all about building legacies. I'm all about changing people's lives, regardless of what gets thrown my way. For me to be able to shoot with these individuals, it's clear that God has blessed me with something that is working. But don't be selfish with that. Be self-centered with that in allowing you to have that talent sort of trickle down into young people. You know what I mean? And that's what I do every single day. HipHop on L.O.C. is an arts education and mentoring program that uses hip-hop as a tool to educate and empower young people, kindergarten to 12th grade. When I first opened my studio at your mom's house, I realized how much music has changed my life. But regardless of the awards and the accolades, what was I doing to give back to my community? And I asked myself that. Yes, I'm doing a lot on this end with YMH, but what am I doing to really impact my community? So that's when I started HipHop on L.O.C. HipHop on L.O.C.'s L.O.C.K stands for Leadership Development, Organizational Skills, Cooperative Economics, and Knowledge of the Music Business. How can I take a fundamental basics of what hip-hop does and change, young people's lives? So that's when we started in 2007. We serviced 16 students. This year alone, we serviced over 5,000 young people throughout Western Pennsylvania, 11 school districts, and over 6 dozen partnering organizations. We don't do it for the dollar. We do it for the difference. And that's why I do this every single day. Regardless of what celebrity I'm with 1 week, you best believe I'm with the celebrity of the young people every single week. Making a difference in hip-hop. Where I see HipHop on L.O.C. going, right now we're expanding in North Carolina, New York City, DC, and Los Angeles. And we're also looking at international perspectives. We're looking at teaming up with MTV London to create a cohort in London, England, in order to make a difference. So, that's what it is that we do. Hip-hop changed my life. Now I'm changing kids' lives with that. Dawnsville DMG. I'm the vice president of DMG. It's a very good friend of mine who mentored me through video work and things of that nature, showed me a lot of the ropes. He does a lot of things in Miami. I take care of all the Pittsburgh stuff. So we're a full service multimedia company that really is spread out between Las Vegas, New York, Pittsburgh, and Miami. And it's really interesting how you can always reach a goal when you collaborate with someone than you can by yourself. And I realized, yes, I own your mom's house. It's a multimedia facility, but why not connect with individuals who have parallel objectives than you so that you can achieve a goal together? Just because you have your own company and things of that nature, never be afraid to collaborate with someone else. Even if they're in the same lane as you, don't hate on them. Don't frown upon, oh no, I'm not going to work with you because, we do the same thing. You're going to take money out of my pocket. You're going to take food out of my kids. If we developed those characteristics at being able to collaborate like we used to do, in the 50s, the 60s, 70s, even the 80s, learn how to come together and learn what it is to collaborate and have dual objectives so that y'all can reach a common goal faster. And that's essentially what DMG partnership is. So when someone who is trying to put together a strong sort of approach at putting together some ways of doing things or putting themselves out there, you have to bring together 3 P's. Those 3 P's is product. You have to have product first and foremost that individuals want. You have to have persistence at putting that product in front of individuals who may need it. And then you have to really recognize that there's a process to this. People like working with individuals that they like. So if you have the product and you have an incredible process to get that product and you're persistent about it, it works. Second thing that I want you to realize is that relationships are like bank accounts. Okay, I'm sure you have a bank account somewhere. You have to make more deposits than withdrawals. Okay, you have to constantly put into that relationship over the course of time. You have to make sure nothing bounces, just like a regular, check. You can't write a check, or you can't give, somebody your word, because that's like writing a check and then have that bounce. You know what I mean? Because those relationships over, it proceeds the largest degree that you may have, all the awards that you may have. If you don't know how to connect that relationship with that person and make those deposits instead of those withdrawals, it won't work. So just to recap, put those 3 P's together, have the product, have the persistence, and have an incredible process. And number 2, recognize that relationships are like bank accounts. Make more deposits than withdrawals and make sure nothing bounces. Yo, what's up? EMMY Alaquiva, making it do what it do. JPBTV, all up in your face. Roar.
Another JPB production.